Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron, and today we're assembling and taking the first look at the Monument Grills Eminence 605. Now Monument sent this over to us to take a look at it. I can tell already by looking at it, it is packed full of features. If you want to see what this thing's all about, come along with us. Stay tuned. These were shipped in 2 large boxes. Let's see how they did on the packaging. Stainless is great and it looks good, but you all know that it shows blemishes fairly well, so it really makes a big difference if they take the time and effort to make sure that nothing gets damaged in transit. We've put together several of their grills and they usually do an excellent job of packaging. Everything is packaged well. You can even see that they have cutouts for all the other pieces. All the stainless is covered to keep it from getting scratched. Yep, they do a good job of making sure everything is where it needs to be. One of the other things I like is when they do the hardware, it's all put together, real easy to use. So we'll get both of these boxes emptied, get it all set up, get it ready to put together, and bring you guys back. So one quick tip about putting these grills together, because we put a ton of these grills together. Get everything laid out to the side where you can see it. Nothing is more frustrating than when you're looking for that piece that's next and it's at the bottom of the box or in a box inside of the cooking chamber. Get it all laid out to where you can see it, and it makes putting the grill together a whole lot faster. So we're gonna get all this stuff that's laid out back here and get it together. When we come back, we'll have it going. See you then. So after about 1 hour and 45 minutes or so, we have this grill put together. And I'll tell you what, I know now why they call this their flagship. This is one heavy duty grill and it has a lot of moving parts. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to put it together. It's really easy to put together. There's just so many parts to put on it. It takes a little bit of time. So if you're gonna put this together, make sure that you leave yourself anywhere between 1 hour and 45 minutes to 2.5 hours. Should give you plenty of time to get this put together and get it put together right. The tools needed, I only needed a Phillips head screwdriver. That's all I used to put this together. Could you use a drill? Yeah, you probably could use a drill, but there's some tight places that make it very difficult to get into. You probably strip some heads out on the way. So I would just use a Phillips head screwdriver, and it doesn't take much time at all. So now that we got this thing put together, let's talk about what it's all about. This thing is heavy duty. It has stainless where it needs to have stainless. Basically the whole thing, entire thing, is stainless steel except for the side cabinets. Those are cast aluminum. So that 10-year warranty, that's what that's all about. They're making sure that this thing is gonna stand up to the elements in the outside. And I tell you what, it looks like it's gonna do the job. On the inside, there's 6 infrared burners pumping out 86,000 total BTUs out of this big grill. I tell you what, that is a lot of heat. We have a high heat infrared side burner. You know, if you have a steak or something that you want to have those restaurant quality Maillard reaction to the steak, it's gonna do it on that side. That high heat is gonna give you that crust that you get at those restaurants. So it also has a back infrared burner that works with the included rotisserie. That's right, the rotisserie is included. Most of these companies, that's an add-on. They include it with this grill. Not only do they include the rotisserie, but you have a nice cover and also a couple of probes to stick into your food. Speaking of probes, they also have a temperature LCD display over to the side. So on normal gas grills, you usually have the dial temperature. This one has that LCD display, and not only are you getting the LCD display of the temperature of the grill, but you also have probes that you can put into your food to make sure that you know when your food is done. Again, those probes are included. They also have a downloadable app, and I'll show you the app here. You can go into the app, you can set whatever temperature you want. You can also go into the app. You can go in there, you can go to the probe, you can choose what you're cooking. We're gonna choose beef, set it at a medium or a medium rare, whatever you're looking for. Click on that, and then when that probe reaches that temperature, it's gonna send you an alarm. Also, you can go in and you can put a timer on it. There's a lot of things in the app that you could do, which is amazing. Most of your gas grills don't have that feature. This one does. Also on the LCD, it'll tell you how much propane you have. I've never had a grill that has a scale in the bottom that tells you how much propane that you have, and it shows you right on the LCD screen here what level you're at. Looks like I need to get some propane for sure. After you're through cooking, you have easy grease clean out. All you gotta do is pop this back panel down and pull this tray out, pull the little tray, and go ahead and empty it. It's as easy as that. This grill has some thick insulated doors. You can pop these open. It has plenty of storage underneath, and it also has a trash can. So if you're ever doing some of those burgers that have some of the wax papers, all you gotta do is open the door, put your trash right down there. So one of the coolest features about this grill is the LEDs behind the knobs. We'll go to dark here. All of these are on. As you can see, this one is a different color. It is off. So they're blue, they have a different backing. And you know what, if you want to liven up a party, it also has that. Isn't that awesome? Has another one of those. Go to different colors. Liven up any party. So now that we've gone over most of the bells and whistles, let's see if this darn thing can cook. I got a pork loin thawed out. I'm gonna bring it down and show you what we're gonna do with it. So we usually buy these pork loins from H-E-B or Kroger. It's a 2-pack, usually goes on sale for a pretty decent price, and it really is an easy weeknight meal. That's one of the reasons that we use these gas grills, is whether it be for fajitas or something quick. We have a lot of baseball practice and a lot of stuff going on, so we need something we can do fairly quickly, but still pretty good. So we're gonna keep this simple today. You can use your favorite barbecue rub that you have. Mine's gonna be the Barbecue by Biggs Honey BBQ, and all we're gonna do is put this on there. No marinating, none of that stuff. We're short on time today, but we still want a pretty decent meal. This is how we're gonna roll. If the wind will cooperate here, we'll get some seasoning on. Just get it on all the sides. And these came straight out of the package. I dried them off a little bit. And that's all we're gonna do to them. Just gonna season them up and get them on this grill. So now that we got a good coating on these, we're gonna let them sit here for about 10 minutes or so, let them sweat this rub in. We're letting the grill come up to temperature. We're gonna go at about 350 degrees and get them to about 145 internal. So we're gonna use one of the probes that are included in this grill, stick it in the middle of this, and see what it does. So we'll take that probe and we'll stick it right down into the middle. One of the reasons why pork dries out so fast is because we always overcook it. Pork only needs to be at 145 degrees internal. No matter what we were told as a child, 145, it's done. So a lot of times growing up, we took it to where you couldn't see any pink and it was just totally white. Well, the problem is that we cooked all the moisture out of it and it was dry and tough. You take these to about 142, 143, let it come up to 145 degrees internal, let it rest, and it is done. And I tell you what, it is amazing what the difference is between one that's cooked to the correct temperature versus one that has overcooked. So before you put anything on your grill, make sure that you take it up to 400, 450 degrees, 15 or 20 minutes. It'll burn off all that tooling grease, any kind of contaminants that are in this grill from the manufacturing process. So we took it up to 450 degrees. It's on its way back down to the 350 now. We went ahead and killed these two middle ones. So we're gonna cook with the outer two on each side. So we're gonna put both of those in the middle and we'll see how this thing does. So after about 30 to 35 minutes, these pork tenderloins are done. We're gonna get them off, get them cut up, get a taste of them. Oh yeah, they're looking good. Let me get you in there, let you look at them. Looking good. Now remember, we cooked these off of indirect heat. We could have done this on direct heat as well, but these turned out amazing doing them just like this. So we'll get them pulled off here, get them cut up, get a taste of it. All right, we'll let it sit here for about 10 minutes or so to kind of rest. Let's go ahead and get a cut of it and see what it looks like. It's tender for sure. See that juice? Hopefully you can see the gleam there. It's real juicy. Sometimes we make this a lot harder than it really should be. Who wouldn't be pleased with that for dinner? Let me get a taste of this. A lot of times we'll get a lot of grief from the purists. It's not barbecue unless it's on a stick burner. It's not barbecue unless this or that or whatever the case may be. But I tell you what, when you can cook something like this in about 30 minutes and it has that flame broiled taste, it tastes like barbecue, I tell you what. So after baseball practice or a baseball game, I could put this on the table that quickly. Hell, it would take my charcoal that long to get ready. 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and I can make something like this. Count me in. That's one reason that we did say we needed a bigger gas grill. One, for parties, for hot dogs and hamburgers and that type of stuff. And two, just for quick meals that we can knock out in 30 minutes. Because you know what? We're busy. And a lot of you are too. If you're looking for something like this, we have a link down in the description below. And if you want to see some of the other cooks we might do with this grill in a later date, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next cook.